Two newborns bitten by rats inside a hospital ICU in Indore. They didn't survive. A tragedy that's left the nation appalled. In Beijing, missiles, stealth jets, and even lasers thundered down Tian'anmen Square, China flexing hard on the world stage. Jaguar Land Rover admits a cyberattack has frozen its global systems. Putin says he's ready to meet Zelensky, but with a warning, the war won't stop unless it's on his terms. And back home, your essentials could get cheaper thanks to a big GST reset just before Diwali. Good morning. Welcome to Top of the Morning by Mint. I'm your host, Nelson John. This is your smart daily briefing on what matters. From big moves in business to headlines shaping India and the world, we cut through the noise so you start your day informed and ahead. It's Thursday, September 4th. Let's get started. Two tiny lives lost in a place meant to save them. Indore's largest government hospital is facing outrage after the newborns were bitten by rats inside its neonatal intensive care unit died within 24 hours. The latest victim, baby Rehana, just a few days old, passed away on Wednesday from suspected septicemia. She had rat bite injuries on her tiny fingers. A day earlier, another infant bitten on the head and shoulder also died. Hospital authorities, however, insist that the deaths were not directly due to rat bites, claiming both babies were already critically ill with congenital disorders and infections. The rat only caused abrasions. The infants were already battling septicemia, said Dr. Jitendra Verma, Deputy Superintendent of Maharaja Yashwant Rao Hospital. But that explanation hasn't stopped anger. The Madhya Pradesh Human Rights Commission has demanded a report, while opposition leaders say the tragedy points to a systemic negligence. Congress spokesperson K.K. Mishra accused the government of criminal failure and demanded the resignation of Health Minister Rajendra Shukla. Under pressure, the state government has swung into damage control. Nursing staff have been suspended. The Pest Control Agency fined and issued a termination notice, and a high-level inquiry committee set up. Deputy CM Shukla admitted pest control was not done on time and promised strict measures to prevent another such lapse. For Rehana's grieving parents, though, it's too late. Their daughter weighed just 1.6 kilograms and had already undergone surgery. They refused an autopsy and took her body home in silence. India's indirect tax system is set for its biggest reset since GST was rolled out in 2017. After a marathon 10-hour meeting, the GST Council led by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman scrapped the four-tier rate structure of 5, 12, 18 and 28%. From September 22nd, coinciding with Navaratri, the country will move to just two slabs, 5 and 18%, with a special 40% rate for luxury and sin goods. The reform, backed unanimously by all states, aims to simplify compliance and bring relief to households and businesses. Prime Minister Modi hailed it as a Diwali gift that would ease life for farmers, small traders, MSMEs and the middle class. Now, here's what gets cheaper. Insurance premiums, both life and health, are now GST-free. Daily staples like roti, paratha, paneer and chena are exempt. Items like butter, ghee, dry fruits, cheese, jams and biscuits drop to 5%. Fertilizers, pesticides and farm machinery are also cheaper, along with cement and auto parts now down to 18%. Even small cars, bikes under 350cc and hybrids shift to the 18% bracket, while EVs stay at 5%. Personal care products, from toothpastes and shampoos to soaps and hair oil, also move to 5%, alongside everyday items like utensils, bicycles and umbrellas. So here's what gets costlier. Soft drinks, energy drinks, carbonated beverages, large cars, high-powered bikes, yachts and personal aircraft will now attract the new 40% slab. Tobacco products remain at 28% plus cess for now, before shifting to 40%. The message is clear. GST 2.0 trims down complexity, cut costs on essentials and raises the bar on luxury and lifestyle consumption. Beijing turned its Grand Boulevard into a stage of firepower this week, marking 80 years since the end of the World War II with a military parade designed to awe allies and warn adversaries. Presiding over the spectacle, Xi Jinping unveiled an arsenal that mixed raw industrial muscle with futuristic technology. 20 world leaders, including Russia's Vladimir Putin, watched as the People's Liberation Army rolled out some of the most advanced weapons for the first time. Front and center were new intercontinental ballistic missiles. The DF-61 carried on massive trucks, and the DF-5C, armed with multiple nuclear warheads, underscored China's expanding nuclear reach. The DF-17, equipped with a hypersonic glide vehicle, demonstrated precision strike capability at blistering speeds of Mach 6 to 7. Hypersonic Ying-G series missiles and the YG-21 anti-ship missile, able to re-enter the atmosphere before diving on targets, signaled China's growing dominance in missile technology. But it wasn't just missiles. The PLA displayed its evolving nuclear triad, with the air-launched GL-1 giving China long-range nuclear strike options from the air. At sea, the giant AJX-002 undersea drone and a stealth-shaped unmanned surface vessel made their public debuts. In the skies, J-20 and carrier-based J-35 stealth fighters roared past, while the FH-97 Loyal Wingman drone showcased autonomous systems designed to fly alongside manned jets. The KJ-600 airborne radar aircraft and H-6 strategic bombers rounded out China's claims to full-spectrum capability. Now here's what stole the attention: direct energy weapons. Truck and ship-mounted lasers, cheap, lighter and faster to deploy than missiles, hinted at a new era of drone defense and sensor warfare. Analysts call this a purview of intelligent warfare, where networks and autonomy may matter more than sheer manpower. Still, there are caveats. China hasn't fought a major war in decades, and some systems remain untested in combat. The US reigns technological superiority in stealth bombers and global strike power. But in numbers, ships, drones, and production capacity, China already holds the upper hand in Asia. Jaguar Land Rover has confirmed that a cyber attack forced it to shut down its systems, disrupting all retail and production worldwide. The Tata Motor-owned luxury car maker said it took immediate action and is now working to restart global applications in a controlled manner. Here's what's crucial. JLR insists that there are no evidence that customer data was stolen, but the company admitted operations have been severely disrupted, offering no details on the nature or source of the attack. The timing couldn't be worse. JLR is already battling delays in rolling out its much-hyped electric Range Rover and Jaguar models. Add to that pressure from shifting US trade tariffs, and the automaker has plenty on its plate. This cyber attack also highlights a bigger concern. UK firms are becoming frequent targets. In recent months, British retailer Marks & Spencer's and Co-op Group have both suffered cyber intrusion, underscoring how ransomware gangs are upping the stakes against big names. For now, JLR says it's focusing on restoring systems safely. Customers aren't directly impacted yet, but the disruption is a reminder of just how vulnerable global giants remain in the age of cyber warfare. Russia's President Vladimir Putin has opened the door, at least rhetorically, to a face-to-face with Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelensky. Speaking in Beijing after the SCO summit and a massive military parade, Putin told reporters he is ready to meet if talks are well prepared, and even invited Zelensky to Moscow. But the olive branch came with steel behind it. Putin warned if a peace deal isn't reached, Russia would continue to press its war goals militarily. I think there is a light at the end of the tunnel, he said, before adding that Moscow would resolve all our talks militarily if diplomacy fails. His remarks followed weeks of behind-the-scenes diplomacy led by US President Donald Trump. In August, Trump met Putin in Alaska, then hosted Zelensky along with European and NATO leaders in Washington. Trump has hinted at a trilateral summit, but wants a one-on-one between Putin and Zelensky first. The stumbling block? Both sides accuse each other of dragging their feet. Zelensky insists Russia is deliberately blocking direct talks, while Moscow says Ukraine hasn't agreed on an agenda. For now, Putin's words suggest a slim opening. Whether it leads to real dialogue or more deadlock remains to be seen. That's all for today. Thank you for joining in. We are eagerly looking forward to our next Top of the Morning episode, which will be packed with the latest news. Until then, this is Nelson John signing off. Have a great day.